You're now tuned in to the Lady Charmaine Live Show, and I'm your host, Lady Charmaine. And as always, I got another great interview for you today. And I tell you what is coming up right after this. My guest today is a comedian, actor, producer, and co-host on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. He also gets people's blood boiling with his prank phone calls. And he is here today to talk about the new season of OWN's Ready to Love. Help me welcome back to the Lady Charmaine Live Show. You know him as nephew Tommy, but he is AKA also Mr. Tommy Miles. Welcome to the show.
Lady Charmaine, how you doing?
I am so good. No, I'm so excited because, I love me some Ready to Love. I love all the seasons, and you guys got this one right. When I say, as they say, understanding the assignment,
right?
Y'all understood the assignment when it comes to our community, and this is a real love show.
This is. If you're looking for a great picture of Black love trying to come together, this is it. And I'm your host, your love doctor, your Cupid, trying to navigate everybody to hopefully find it.
Now, it's so funny, nephew Tommy. I don't want to call you nephew Tommy because I know you're Steve's nephew, but okay, I'm going to call you Tommy Miles. It must be something in you and your uncle's genes. Y'all got that love factor gene. Not everybody got that.
Not everybody. I don't know. I guess, I've been married for 20 years. I've been knowing my wife for 30. And, my parents have been together before my dad passed, together until he left here. So all I know is sticking together and riding it out. So that's just a part of what I know. So all I can do is give people some insight and some encouragement from my past experience and see if I can point them in the right direction. So I don't have a degree in love. I'm not no psychologist in love. I'm just somebody that can give you some old school advice and see if you want to take heed to it.
Now, when I look at your show, okay, because I'm a woman of that particular age, and I've been married 23 years, been with my husband 26.
Go ahead.
Been with my husband 26 years. So, but I like it that you have mature professional couples. It's not a bunch of 23-year-olds running around here. It's real people really looking for love, and they're not playing no games besides Corey. We're going to get to him in a minute. We're going to make a whole U-turn back to that. But I love the fact that these are people that are set in their careers. They've been through marriages, divorces. They know what they're looking for. So right now, this is I'm not playing no games kind of show just to be on TV. Now, some people might be, but this is real. Yeah. So what was the casting process like to know and to weed through those that just want to be TV famous?
You know what? You're not going to be able to weed through everybody. There's going to always be somebody who has a hidden agenda. But for the most part, everyone that was interviewed and background checked, of course, to see if they could be on the show, you really wanted to make sure they genuinely, sincerely wanted to find love. And, you can ask them that 1,000 times and they can say yes, and hopefully you got what you're looking for. So we're taking a gamble on our side as well on who we put on this show. But I think we've made some good choices. I think there's people that are really, really looking forward. And then you're going to have some clowns, You're going to have some clowns. You're going to have some people that make my job a little bit harder. Mm-hmm. But, I think for the show, even that's good because we know what has to go in order for us to get to our goal.
Right. Now, I think it was a season or two in the past. You had a standout. Her name was Denise. And how she stood out. When she spoke for Joy. You've
been watching for real.
Correct. When she spoke for Joy, and then when she got called out, and then she said she felt that Joy was speaking through her.
Oh my God. See, that's what I'm glad you brought that up. We can't see that in an interview when we're auditioning you to see if you really want to be on this show for the right. We can't see that. Okay. So, and sometimes it just shows up and it shocks not only the entire cast, but the whole world. Everybody in their living rooms are like, what did she just say? What? No, baby, that's not how this works. So it was a mess, and it was even a mess even months after that, still trying to clean that mess up. Oh yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, yeah. So she was definitely a standout. Were there any couples you were fighting for that didn't stay together?
Yes, there was. Let's go back all the way to Atlanta season one. I was really pulling for Shay and Big Mike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really was pulling for those two. They just had a good chemistry together, but I don't think it worked out. There's some though that came around to each other after their journey was over with and connecting. I was like, oh, okay, and they still trying to make it work. Even it didn't end the way I think it should have, or begin the way it should have, and
Mhm.
that is Reva and oh my God, what's his name? Reva and what's his young brother? He's out of Mississippi. Do you remember Reva?
I remember Reva.
What's the gentleman's name that he chose her at the end? I don't know if you remember that.
Mm-mm.
Okay, it'll come to me in a minute. But yeah, but there's some people that found each other later on that are connected now. So Tommy and the rest are ready to love Will Packer. We still waiting on our first wedding bells, and I think we're gonna get them pretty soon.
Yeah, I think you are too. I want to go back because you were able to shoot in Houston, which was your hometown. What was it like to be able to shoot at home? Were you able to go home into your own bed?
Every night, able to go home to my own bed. That felt so good, and opposed to being on the road, being in a hotel
Mm-hmm.
or Airbnb. I'm at home,
I
so
know that's right.
really good. Just to be able to showcase your hometown, where you come from, and just stick your chest out and say, "Yeah, we're doing my city." And but after that, you start thinking, "Oh God, I hope my city make me proud, make me look good." These contestants, come on, please don't make us look too
Don't
bad.
embarrass me now.
Exactly. But I think we had a good group of people. You got some, like I said, you got some knuckleheads here and there, but for the most part, I think the show is still on the right track, and everybody's. The reason why people tune in is because of the possibilities, because you know that it's capable of happening, and we're still out doing it. We're still trying to make sure people find love.
And now we're in the Chocolate City, Washington, D.C. I think episode one to me made a splash with Corey. This brother going around to everybody. Okay, you get some Corey, you get some Corey,
Yes,
you get a
yes.
date, you get a date.
Oh, I want to holler at everybody. We're gonna line
Right.
y'all up. Come on, Corey, stop. But Corey's a mess. But you know what? Corey's actually a good guy. I just don't think. I think when you're on a journey like this and you have this many people to try to interact with and try to choose with, you may never have done anything like this before. So it's a little shocking to everybody. How do you approach this journey and how do you do it? I want to get to know all of these people and see what my possibilities are. But I think you a little bit, you can't just, I'm going to take everybody all at one time. Just take your time, go slow, and let's see if we can
Right.
find what's for you.
Now you do have a sister in here, Courtney, with the big hair. Now she has a pretty aggressive personality. I said, my husband said, "Oh, she's aggressive." I'm like, "Yeah, she is." I can't wait to see how her journey goes on the show.
Courtney got a lot of spice to her, so just
Yes,
stay
she does.
tuned. Oh my God, stay tuned. Corey is she's no nonsense. She knows what she wants, and I think you guys would be very. It's a lot of twists and turns, so just be ready for that.
Okay, now I want to get back to you because I know you said you've been married for 20 years, married for 20 years with your wife for 30, correct?
Yeah. We've been knowing each other for 30 something. We met in college, my sophomore year, her freshman year. So, but as of this past June 16th, been 20 years.
Now, how do you keep the flame and fire in your marriage? Because some people say, we've been hot for 20 years, but sometimes, the flame goes dips and
You ain't
we got to
been
bring it
no,
back up.
you ain't been hot for no 20 years. Stop. Trust me. And you've been married longer than I, so you know how it goes. You know
Right.
what? I think there's you just I think the commitment is there that we just gonna ride it out and we gonna, love each other through the good times and the bad times. There's some outstanding days and there's some bad days. And there's some days I know my wife do not like me today.
Okay,
You
yeah,
know?
tell the truth.
That yeah, and that's just part of being married, But you fall deeper in love. You come back to a mid range of love, but love never stops. So and I think the at the end of the day, we keep going out, we keep having dates, we keep having fun, We keep doing things together. You know, we just, I think a weekend ago, we went to somebody's wedding. She gonna keep pulling me on the dance floor because she like to dance her butt off. We just like to have fun. And I think I think my motto, if I could tell every couple out there, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right.
That's right.
You should be able, it should be fun. It's not a chore. It should be fun.
Now, what are the top 3 romantic things before we go you've ever done for your wife?
Oh my God. Well, you know what? I don't know if you know this about me, but I come from theater background, studied theater in college, and so when as soon as I left school, I was on stage doing stage plays across the country. So before there was a Tyler Perry, there was a guy named Michael Matthews, and he had
That's right.
stage plays across the country. I was in almost every play.
Wow.
But in Dallas, Texas, I was in a play with Cuba Gooding Sr., Shirley Murdoch. I mean, the list goes on.
Mm-hmm.
But on stage in front of 2,000 people is at the end of the show, they brought my wife on stage, which is where I asked her to marry me, right there on one knee, a whole poem that I had written out. And I think that's probably the first romantic thing that I had done on a magnitude like that. So yeah, it was pretty big. I'm so glad. I'm glad she said yes.
You ain't lying. One of life's most embarrassing moments.
Mama down, and some of her best friends from school that we went to, and she looking down the aisle like, "What they doing here? They didn't even tell me they was coming. That's cold. Like, they didn't say nothing." She had no idea it was a big surprise for her.
Well, I want to remind the audience to make sure that you guys tune in for Ready to Love Fridays 8 p.m. on OWN. We got our very own brother Tommy Miles. I can't wait to see what's going on with Corey because he is the big standout. But the brother that got kicked off last week, I think he was trying not to get kicked off. He kept trying to turn the conversation. Can we get back to the date? He was trying everything not to hear those words, but the hammer had to come down. So.
Yeah, it happens. And you got, it's some brothers can take it on the chin, and some brothers, I've seen brothers run from the camera. Like, I'm not going to let you tell me, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Well, thank you so much, Tommy, for coming on the show. And I look forward to having you back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And make sure you tune in every Friday night, 9, 8 Central on the OWN network. Ready to Love.
Absolutely. Thank you.